Boa as a producer for this show. Me did the Ember Power from MCR. I be phoning in our home boa na MCR Jumano and so etumi akwenenim. Obapa ya Santua and so another MCR team nanima and anope show no eba wakwemuno. Again, welcome on board. Yes, set. You be setting the ball rolling very soon. Don't forget say you be conquer phone close so na din komo edi efram no nsama eba. Don't forget say enra UEFA Europa League final game no ekoso Tottenham Hotspurs against Manchester United. Anopa yebedi unkomo bebre e de chirel. Currently the champions of Europe. Ebano Europa League no e Tottenham Hotspurs. Na ensama ekoso enra game no mo the akechire after the game. Safata sa wutini nyina no powerhouse nyatena se yedini na edeba. Letters from the world of transfer from Madrid to Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool. Players ben eneba hwan mu ye gya mo kwan amwako me wo Chelsea stories best 10 and nano pay our platform we suni nyina no won sabeka our right time this year Johnny as Sompa television so again Sompa FM 93.1 Uche radio no so again on Facebook Sompa 93.1 FM on Facebook Sompa 93.1 FM on Facebook and so betuma Johnny no wetie show no na bibia so etumi aye kama but answer na yebe kwama no a time herbal mixture wo mukutem time 4 at the friends time herbal mixture no e de aba eno na etu malaria fever na se intri di yade no ebetu ase kama e de ama ho ato wenum ato untumi nidi eduro no a time herbal mixture ya the time herbal mixture in capsules and so the abedwama so eno ene ye dura ebe boost immune system no eno ne eduro na aba say be boost immune system mesraw o private part wenya eye nsansan bi guo a chese enkoye eduro we ebe boaw ama asietu e de amount. Don't forget say enhia so be yarans wonom time herbal mixture no for your general well-being into betum anom ne da na bibia akoye kama e de amount. Dental eno ene bia ye nyina yekọ ne yakwasa yese yare wenum no nka no nkoye anase mpo entwen so wenum bebo ansa esanso obia nka nkyerɛw da ne da tuanamo na fo ani kyerem na yendi wenum ni emfama wo sori a wo braso sen nanso esafata so be kwakwaye the friends teeth examination wo seno wo kɔ ne examine ne ehunu se bia kaka bi hye ba bi afi neba anase mpo no halitosis no o tonsils gland endei ehun atochema enti yebesa ni nyina ediamon obi anka nkyerɛ so wani abon enti tuanamo sisi ekɔ ne ehwe ne moa ne bibia enkoye mfama wo situ a ye ne yebehwe ne yesi ama wo sekala na sesa wo pese nye no white mfama ne nyina yebeye eho 0559 139582 0559 139582 Kumasi Abrepo Junction ye behind the Total Filling Station Techima nso ya magazine wa wodo ani kyerem e wo Techima market wo na ho ne wo Accra Nungwa ne Atomic Down ya boy sesen wo ho Kofodua ye adjacent to the Central Police Station sanso tadi nso pipe no traffic wa Tadisco Junction so e ho na obesanso ehu yen e ho enkomo no sanso na ye ne ye expert in sciatica 21st clinic mesraw so ye boxer anko ye Flame Water Junior obiambo ne da 21st clinic ye hye adwuma di ase efa sciatica hono afi ne nkofo obete yesa sciatica obete yesa sciatica nanso 21st clinic emba ye no na ye nte sa yade edin kurada sciatica yade no ene sa efru wuto ase ebese wonantu ekọ wonanti no hono mo no se ba ne se ntin na ho emu twetwon etoda na emu hyeso na emu ya wo ya sa yade no ye fe no sciatica enya no nko ne yesa yade bebre ne mum wei ene ye ka cho se yakwadare ewo na yarsem ye ko 15 branches across the country Kumasi we hwa overseas junction building a Sompa TV and Sompa FM yabo yesisi wo mu no the same building and a 21st clinic yenso wo oboase ye council quarters and as a core junction where and obenwi Accra ye odomi market sunyan nkransa ne Techima eho nyina ubawura ubehu 21st clinic yade bia yesa yade bia simple utuase eya wo yade bia menchechire mu biem eno ane se obekọ na yenso yetumi asaw yare 0540 311311 wo friend line CCA 0540 311311 and that's 0249 311311 wo friend lines mu bia ebejo so na ye no abon komo na bibia so atumi akwanenim at the amount. Don't forget the Betway bet influencer no eno na ama guess ebinum nya dwuma omo sedam nko a na so sika wo omo ho no enya sam keto kora eye Betway na amankofo efa cash ewo kroma. Betway say enei wo hihye o bet ni wi a waya wo slip no mesraw se enye pesemenkum nya na woni afoforo enso ache Grace money jehon enti wo no mo hye Jacqueline money jehon oba palintamo na wo no mo ache wo no mo cha omu twa no na wo so nya sika ewo so esanse de obetwa bia no wo 4% of the obetwa no eye Betway and ade sarcasm no e de ma. Terms and conditions apply. Don't forget that it is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Joining us Sompa Nkomo 3.1 platform na so Oheneni Adazoa Douglas Costa me hu se wa join our Facebook and so Samson Fanfo Douglas won so platform so uhwebi wo say Asante Happy won so join Kojo Adai mununkum waba platform na so Samson Star Boy yate wonka Ajenim Giovanni won so join baby a wo bia no come on board womra yekọ nkrofo nkro so power time ebranu na nya so obapa grace som na yentumi kan komre sisia Enti yehwe yankopon na yehwe no ono an yedan no anope yankon krofon kroso na yeni nkomo kakra esanse nsam efru obane doso. But don't forget sir sempo no uni access to internet onso obetumi ado message no dia fa 0509 438526 0509 438526 and we SMS with a 4 bar and also a drink channel beba na yansaka na yedi nkomo again 0509 438526 SMS obefo na yedi nkomo na bibia so atumi ayekama yenya nkonkrofo nkroso na yenkonkoti nkomo na bibia so entum enya kama enso ewo ho na yesase e de free match e koso enura ena no peye no bedi nkomo na enya samketwa Spurs boboko no etina ho atwa ekaba kon editia Manchester United United for enso entumante no anopa yedi nkomo bebre me patcho de tienie ene so gra de Teddy Brennan Johnson ono ene the only goal. Our seconds and Edema Spurs Bobokono on the 42nd minute. And a South Bond and so to me Tottenham with powerhouse account at the Chelsea United Bobokono and yet the Esafatanina and so ho is answer short one more ball 16. As against Pes, Omodia 3, short on target, United ball 6. As against Pes, dia 1, ball possession, French Inisa ballon de possession, and also 74% for Manchester United. As against Pes, dia 26. Passes, Manchester about 514. As against Pes, dia 183. And non ayatia koso, Balsel, Spurs Fono, and so, Etia Bobo Quanity at Manchester, and they United falling in football and also sports tie and pay ayo mode woman to Grace Krano and ye Juma no ya anka nei onko MCR ho esansa emo ye ten at the United Bobo Kono this season. Omonso sabi kura no woman to be performance na nkoye our Premier League no motoso aye 16 our Premier League no wamo kwaje Europa League ade acheche omore Spurs enso amamo kwan ni nyina ye de koso enra na no pe ye do nsama hoto no ade eba na bibia swetuma ye kama ento eno no so be join go Sompa aye 93.1 so on Facebook na ye tin komo oba wadwen chen fato ho esansa wonso ka ho ane ye adwuma na bibia so atumi aye kama enso ewo ho Twaso ne yanko other related aye foreign stories and sekutem and no pain tentem na bibian so no entum enkonanim me patro me bawram ewo aye bobokwa ne tade Tottenham Hotspurs na ye kwakodi Spurs ho nkomo kakra owura ne tade Ange Postecoglou or then some their two powerhouse anim nen some funny future ho ne dache awo Spurs boboko no and I say I will be disappointed if I couldn't continue on this path. Mate, I am a winner. I have been a winner my whole career, or no, or a winner, or started a braboni dano, or di enquinim. And your coach and the thing at the Ange Postecoglou and somebody to Tanano and to also I'm a winner. So was some party so Mamusha Facebook and opinion and then a wife and then a man unqualam and a chess or Mukano and then Nicheno and so I was so and non a boss at the mass press Bobo and somebody to and not the answer no. I feel me part of Papa Grace Mammy Nasty Tono, Nayasha Harry Maguire and no run the Teddy Christian Romero. Maguire dear no ye. As an any wofu. Boy no kon nchen ekochiano ana okachen so Spurs for Adamasi Spurs for Adamasi enwani nie ofiri ho oko United aye play nchen a cheso ni tin komo na Maguire asam atuni sa kom waba nchen oba be pana bunani nti de wohwe awo Sompa television so no ni nyina ye de ko so enura awo bibao abonten so na egu so ye won sam no ade ema ye tie for awo dwete ni so mi mfiri ho masan so abayi UEFA Europa League nim abebe din komo ba mami aya ogura ne de ade hands that flick obaka ye no a powerhouse de to anim say hands that flick and no and obesa contract extension adama team ne de passa be patro ko so hands that flick mami now rival no emra oba aya a Ciutat Esportiva aya one hamper ehonie enti opening by Owrem and so a hodmon ugusa woshe I was Sompa television as to penny koi a quasign contract just to say dear and no powerhouse come on some over now sign contract no a year 2 years contract and then penny for Jamano after grace mommy after so was sign a no na on it one Laporta good and no sunye and the president of the club any opinion Deco and sporting director or no so the vice president for Barcelona, Mr. Aya Yusti, some penny funding no, Awa, Omoboye, Emma Bibianso, et me cause until Bossa Timono, and nay, and Nijawum, and Yasam Ketwa, Madrid, and Swomoraho, and Ayatakoso, Bassa Bobo Kunimo, and Nano Penny Ogusred in Samautono, at the Emma Yete for live on Sompa 93.1. Afi Yansan Twason Consambu from Mami Manchester United player and a day at the Alejandro Garnacho, Obaka no pay me by your story. Adifa Garnacho hum adema yete for na Garnacho in some kind no otumusa boy no hwe aya ne body language ni facial expression empon onyan kasa ya ne madoto na hu ne se as a boy no anya happy na se ne raho ne buofu enso eka ho me patro de tenie and so ne some for kasa no and also until the final game I played every round helping the team then the final arrives and I played just 20 minutes. I don't know. The final, the season, the whole situation of the club. I will try to enjoy the summer and then we will see what will happen. And no, Argentina nyakranite adi Alejandro Garnacho in somebody tuja and anopeno enti ose se no obeko holidays obeko akwaji ni kakra na enuachi no na ombehwe se dono ankasa beye so obeto so siakan ediama United boboku no anaso ofiri ho United team se ejantem enya asem ketwa obeka enu amede betu wanim so penia ni tin and the Ruben Amorim, what track at the Amempany set a person resign, a son, and no more course with Timino behind the scenes and wanting, and so at the mano. But just after the game, no, Mr. Ruben Amorim, some trophy Kobusan or Senyano Cre, and Yano Cre, onye na dwen so resign until say be a board of directors, until say be a supporters no enso obetu ni sweatua so mo mpe no and obede club no wako. He's not a personal as running and also running away from problems and no you running there the Ruben Amorim also and somebody to John Opano ye bebe kan won some bebre enso adema yetie for latest on player your friend so Bruno Fernandes ni future our Manchester Grace Mutimu players no be a parko esanso obi a Champions League football apo Bruno Fernandes did near 10 years. Or see the day the club thinks I'm too much or it is time to leave. Football is like that, and you never know. If the club thinks it is time for me to leave because they want to make some money, that is what it is. And football is like that. And no, I Portugal, you know, and some other two channel. Or say, Bia, a Debbie Baba, a bedroom said Timon, and Yasika. I was saying, Bia, Mujano, Quano, Yasika, dear Timono, so Southam and Edu dia, Biobeko, but also, and no, ya on your Casano, on your not dress up so free United Club no more, and so echo, and we are Bruno Fernandes and somebody to and that, no, or say football be Bia to Mercy. You can never say never. Sameno ahana mete minko bebiani ade bibia betumesi eno aye United player no somebody to ja and then you go see the one sama hoto ade me tie for ego to make kasepa we so me patro yente two commentators way o reference Oli and afi Darwin o mu ye comment na mo to ja say this Manchester United club no it seems they are miles away from where they want to be. In fact, United team no wo so mu baby amu just say any baby or so mutu na I saw from every Kumasi akoboko ekwan were too much yen tempeni phone mienu and some of the tuja na yen twaso.
Everywhere else you look, this Manchester United team and this Manchester United club seems a million miles away from where it needs to be, and in reality they didn't really show up tonight, did they?
No, they never. Truth be told, you know, the combined figures of both sides this season have been horrendous. Manchester United went into the game.
Okay, enti yenuanamo some trafo no na chasa omu bieja almost so commentary no and so amadu two channel no say team no they are millions miles away. Ha enya yuse kura baby United team ni just say no masa wo mu gina eyen subonkan encham betashum asa mamponkun no mu gina soro akakitu bi no matatom team no de kwaso na ha twen en ayan somebody bia no so to twa na no pen e so yade ensama hodo ade pa na bibia so atumi aye kama enso ho yento so yankon sambu from and na de enso ho woni se medikan aka eye Bruno Fernandes won some de akira na wadikan e de ato powers enim say only financial situation and ebetim as a trending ayam on one kasa sa obetwa so sia Kadiama club no and also obefi won so akọ na medical dia to anim tata reporter mean say kenye say apostle Bruno Fernandes at Madrid obenya biaba na Bruno Fernandes at Barcelona wotim no so ba obenya biabo and reporter mean say kan and so na agent no 18 Nkomo was Spain Odin Nkomo say was Spain na ekwan bemu a likely so free Manchester United on bottom feme any other club we England ho obeko Spain ekwa of course these two clubs Barcelona and the Bobo Quantity Real Madrid and a reporter mean second and not a pair me go some out on Ademia for right here on Sompa Nkomo 3.1 the part of Mami Deco and so a picture no Mami Deco Nkomo or then Sembebri Atuja Orano on a sporting director at the my friend Sapasa Deco say one more backup already for Robert Lewandowski and the Hunya Sombako for number 9 and so to media bar which had Deco and Samana as a boss and top player be at this transfer window. It's also number 1 or say the free striking or say in the squad we have players capable of playing there like Ferran Torres who has been a spectacular player this season. Danny Omo and as a force number 9 ubetum ayusu player anything and as a force number 9 ubetum ayusu player anything and the Ferran Torres and then where you appendix surgery on some betum ayusu no Femi Lopez betum apo and no aye comparative analysis and also so ko intamila baboko na and the muko final of the UEFA Champions League wamu aye proper number 9 players be to some Marcus Ram ebetum up on number 9 but in the same vein no when him say PAG echo final womuni a center forward and also number 9 ho Arsenal and so number 9 but still womo ba nyoma kwaye and so etimo apostles what as here and the Arsenal nyoma kwaye according to Deku ne some other two and no penny egu so yate ehon some ahoto de pa le bi bia so tuma ye kama and egu say what the strike and the tonchan middle and the defense once where and I say we are not looking for defenders or full backs or midfielders and the running someone is simple. We are not looking for defenders, full backs or midfielders and the Urano Uteni Samuna. A hifa na boss abefa player and so to me do a mapa timini complete timini intact and I take on somebody to try no pay and you go shredding some out on the bar let me just so to my kama now you busan be for Lami Jamal ho now according to Urano when you say Lami Jamal extending the contract I am son no and never told just say boy no a demanded I am the highest paid player. Our boss Abobo Kono, according to Mundo Deportivo, wamo a report here, and wetchino Carso Mercato, wamoso report to Aya Itila Bontenso. Take it from me, according to Deco, Lamy did not ask to be the highest paid player on the team. It is not true. He just want to be happy here and tell you simple. What is Obiaka sporting director no or say you no kre ayan throne and some trophy bitra and ayo gba no so somebody 210 no now menko Chelsea and konkodin komo mam Enzo Fernandez and sama or dia to no Enzo Fernandez wo turn some na kra no onya Madrid obebo mebemu details na mebiem adia kiro number 1 nie osase expressing the desire for La Liga. No kadia chewi asesa La Liga no eye competition and also league back one bonete e won winning football ne ba o pesa wo kobo La Liga wo play wo ye player wo flair o pesa wo dada ho La Liga no ana bi kobo but o pesa o pass mirika gidigidi na wo di freche na wo de kwa obebo Premier League and no eye Enzo Fernandez and somebody two tano no and also so mo national team duty na down for back ye fancy ye Palacios down da omo their fans FIFA game no omo FIFA game no no ni team o select no aye Real Madrid omo FIFA game se team ben on ne bo o select Real Madrid esan Madrid team ya ba ko a osani nyina no no ope club no and no ayo owura no so somebody to trend day and egusia do won sama hoto de pa na bibia so tuma koso kama me watch Chelsea no me patro mam eye Morgan Rogers picture no na me tin hu kama kaka e wo sompa 93.1 no so said I mean second year and some Morgan Rogers be ko Chelsea na Chelsea for express interest almost so say me tin komo me take a figure of 70 million pounds for Morgan Rogers and we report I mean second obekia in way back and never told just a boy anything and the Giovanni Quintano and they obey Shakai at the Chelsea Bobokono, Chelsea Rie match and on Sporting CP and Surie now winning Sobacos Shakai at the Sporting Club de Portugal until 2026 summer and Sanoba joint club if it's a Chelsea or just 18 years or your full back on in Bonaparte and I see another report I mean second I will Chelsea Bobokona say a lot of stories from Chelsea when Mr. Chelsea funny anymore so say almost striking option why no mukoko fano meti Benjamin Sesko eti eho Chelsea call for Benjamin Sesko it sounds almost striking department no say nay Nicolas Jackson is suspended so onya available crown and when epo Maggie no onya fit enough and also onya strong enough I'll bet to me Edna ball for Champions League big games number 2 Christopher Nkuku no when on your proper center forward and onward against Manchester United a cry for Tariq George or no and a Chelsea for you so no and she's a nay one more ball Conference League final now we move to Ejeno Mukobo Champions League there I was say o mo money pray no mo a proper center forward and to Benjamin Sesko Dino as I said poppy out from the camp of Chelsea and no Ian Swami Sheka and no pen we go so made some out turning no at the Pana Bibian shot to my kama after crab by Francis Gerrard I am great with no Osaka de Everton with him so no anything Asase Babontain from the camp of Chelsea ewo deals be briamu hwenemu some beye and so to medium opinion anything and so at Enzo Maresca afi minko AC Milan na me kwadi nkomo kakra wo Milan bobo kuna so ye the Rossoneri's the Black and Red Football Club. And that day, the F open here, and it's almost complete a deal with Puma or Bopper Grace. Mam AC Milan Tadia Ambassador next season, no. Na yendi nkomo kakra Puma for releasing some picture, any videos, no. At the Abba Bontain, now almost say 2025, 2026. This is the kids are a young Timino and Subetuma Senabia Sweatma Kama. Wamoso Maya and such a kakra, our crest in some another Bajano, and they Wama Ayan such a kakra and so on. Nasa I mean, Sir Kenny, and it's a sporting director. Our Baba Yajuma Adama AC Milan. Mamma in the picture was some pot television, I saw, or running at Eagle Tar, or no, and a Baba Yajuma as a sporting director. Pennyway and Obeya Juma at the Ama AC Milan Football Club. Yankopon Yaduma, a free sambre adeko, Meteso Yankopon Yadmeneteno, AC Milan from Penny Fobe confirmo, Wamudi statement Baba Bontain, a confirm story Amiguso Ameyano at the Amaya Tier 4, that be Biaso to my come back to Bassa, Minkonkoti Barcelona, Mama Cronite, I did Zoffrey Aya Torrent. Picture no namini hunkomo Joffrey or your new boy Osaka Academy no and also La Masia good akwa no so finfino yesi onimbo papa ne bob banom eya yesa lami jama tenbi enu bi egwenimo number 2 ne level no yesi ne level no te lami jama ne pau kubasi enti sakura we ba or your new boy motion and imbasa fono monsha cry a friend say Joffrey Torrent no motion and him bibia befa and some at the amano they are meeting so hand data fleek ever start time na kwenya pre-season no na bibia so to makoso kama and so at me diamakra no and yes man so toja and na dem go so many stories out no at the pana bibia so atuma kama koso na hwa sompa na 3.1 live our Facebook no so na ye nim komo na bibia so ntumi koso minim so betumi ama me lami jama any Accra fans are Gavi. Wamu video no good. Wamu enjoy wamu jo money and so ho season no about na ya momo anti any general no mugo so we e their friends say roller coaster no and omu twibi no na say do kosro na do perform top speed yente sound no grace mam sound kakra na yente ni hwebi. Enti Lami Yamani na down for FNC Gavi Gavira and Augusta Washo mo Sompa television so na bibiansun atumi aya kama enso ho mento aso mbonwuram ewon sanfu from nkodi nkomo na mami ogura ni tedi Mikel Arteta minim so wa Arteta de no ho afato so mami na yenti Arteta nsomo no wo ma mo ye comparison wo mo aye comparison also the Manchester United wine and a successful season also United wine and the season no aye better Arteta kasa ahead of weekend matches of Barcelona yente Mikel Arteta.
The question I've been asked to ask is who's had a better season? You finishing second.
I don't like to compare with other teams. I need to analyze my team. That's my job.
Okay, inti no I am Mikel Arteta and some of the two Edra and Sonono, Mamu Yasa comparison in Amundai, Nkofondia, Namoje, or Manye. One more than Sapine and Omudi Kofi, I am Manchester for no number 1. Shababy Amodako, Premier League table, no Yaminkwa. They were just saved by the bell and Komuko relegation. I am Manchester United Timino, that no, I your grand at the Arteta, and somebody be the 2 channel. So says Osha now Manchester United team, that difference no, it's too much. And non ayo penini somebody panibi and you go sweden some out on in adepa let me be answer to my come grace minim so when you stand Colimo and so picture now good pennyway bomb my watono and nothing a sent to pay could you Manchester and Colimo United is the worst team in the Premier League this season. They are the worst team in the Premier League, worse than the teams that were relegated, worse than the relegated teams. And no, I stand Colimo and Sama or the Atucha and no penny you try this stories out on and so I did Panabian straight to my kama. Ye Busaya was a send Premier League, you know, European West Team Yetim Pang Nyankopon ya adoma, you better have a proper review at the end of the season. But would the SCC say no? Will you consider Manchester United as the worst team where Europe abonten so na? You better say be betu nkomo. Na be bia so atuma koso. Ano aya dia but live on Sompa 93 aya.1 so yento so ne yempowrem. Egon samfu from ne yenkonkodi nkomo kama. And so ho Manchester United team no. Me patcho Grace say mutimi Manchester. Mete 200 million. Somebody be call a drama so akoto players aba. Na wite Stankolimo Nkomo na odi yakoko di ekyese Manchester team no enye players. Problem no enye players. Odi say ye technical enu ye number 1. Do betuma kan no. E sanso players na mo ho no ebia na wo Arsenal players no individually. Wo fa player way if a player way ya. Mr. Stankolimo say Arsenal Embro Manchester United so in terms of individual brilliance and we are number 1. Number 2, with the Chelsea team ni jina ho now for Manchester United Chelsea team no Embro Manchester United so enti ebanisa problem ni yedie ya United team no ayo penny their friend say Ruben Amorim and no ayo run the this time calling on summer or the two and no penny go so ya this sound summer who turning na edepa na bibia so etum aya kama minim sa woni ne ya twen anasa woni ne ya twen Johnny Sompa 93 aya.1 Manchester problem no aya hwanya season way akona wie ye edamomo wo finish 17 our Premier League no so enu echi no woman the trophy bia no muko season enso eba na wieye en aye nsoma ne so totwa en data ne egu so ede nsoma hoton enso de pa na bibia so atum aye kama afi ogura de ade Luke Shaw Grace anopai me your story bi menim so betwa ko for sa video no Luke Shaw so me mfanya mo say United team no players no o man no mo problem ne fa enti Sankulimo eka de oka no ono ne nya atwen ogidi se players no wo ma so mo hwe mo ho a omugidi say wama perform poorly this season yentino.
I think not obviously just tonight, but also we know how big it was for the future. You know the things with coming with winning Europa League, you know, Champions League for next season, a lot, but it hurts a lot. You know, it's, to be honest, this season it's not been good enough. I've just said it in there, but I'll say it here again. I think us as players, we have to question, are we good enough for Man United, because this season's not acceptable. I think where we are in the league, you know, the results we've had, it's
no they say United fans omuntie sports kra and na de omuntie bi anti ye fante omo na omuntie sports no omanumato eno aye de ekoso no na me pacho Barca enra obeye omo story Sir Prince we Luis Diaz a story we had Deco confirm amaye na do can say Barcelona director our friend said Deco on wingers also we like Luis Diaz, we like Marcus Rashford, we like other wingers too. We can talk about players and the contract with other clubs nti oka etwentia ediamaye by report no te said the enra ye fear the same thing na ekoso etchen ebowe kwanitin ade Barca no omugu so mutin komo so say no they mete and say a likely short transfer window ni bie na yanko na wie no na yada boy we enso atumi adone Barca boboku no eno ayensam ni bia no so afru opa ena no pen egu so ede nsama wudo no ede em ye tie for me part so say obienim say Xabi Alonso ono ene kwakofa club efren Real Madrid na current coach Don Carlo Ancelotti ono so eko akwakofa Brazil national team no hwan ene ba be Leverkusen adwuma no wonim say anano atana report eba say opinion den ade aye jogging club obekọ Italy ekwa kokochi club ba kwa ye friend say ye Inter Milan ya linki womo enuachi ya linki no Emma Roma esanse Roma team no at the end of the season owura ne den ade Claudio Ranieri enso eko enti omo linke jogging club so me meya adwuma so said I mean second year and say club na ni beje won san ko be go back to Germany no akwakoye adwuma so say Germany ho no free enti okono kokobọ buy all for Leverkusen na ni beje ho ni nyina eye nkomo ni bi aguso ekoso a ye don sama hoto adepa live on Sompa 93.1 me hu se Kwesi Alonso wa join your platform na so Samson Oseye Sibe wo so join your platform na so Inshrapa Omale di Fabregas wo so wo so Joseph Donko yate wonka enso ho enti be bia wo bia me yente wonka wo 93.1 ewo Facebook ne so Pedro wa Martina Cruz Berma Owusu Ansa Joseph Donko Bosan Swaba Omar Sterling mate wonka enso ho Kodwa Asempa of Kodwa Asempa Furniture Works be bia wo bia no onso me yente wonka ne ndi nkomo na bibia so ntumi nya kama eno ansa wo du ani betrem na wakwakwaje aye Telecel chip ni bi kwaje Telecel chip Shasha Yusu Telecel no eso de Edison network bia enso e ho kope Telecel sem ni bi sese na Shasha Yusu sese dia modia banie eno so wo sani sika from Telecel to Telecel dia friend say Telecel cash no e free enti say prince am sani sika mawa we yusu e ya omo sem ni bi na me so me yusu bia me sani sika mawa ye ntem ka preba e simple eno e number 1 number 2 the tennis so send e komo obi a or use a different network anu kra no ye beto kitua bi umpe we na opedian e sound say Telecel cash e free on Telecel play app na so ko download Telecel app no na use and also dial star 110 hash na say use na bibia so entum enye kama enfama Kulun Ghana Limited yakwa kofa hunchun capsules ade abedwama so hunchun capsules no eno ene tu prostate no ina se enso ho se prince ni bi eno echi no Filippo onu se nubi ento hunchun capsules ndi onnom ne mo Mr. Kill ne de omo nyina ehura so Mr. Kill no a male vitality sexual weakness etu ase waist pains etu ase low libido bema wunya tenka adai wedumeduro we bia ebeboa wasebe ye odese gogome wayase anyasam ketwa bibia bekoye kama ediamao enu echi premature ejaculation sa ha wina no Mr. Kill Abba bebe tuase kama enso ediama umpewe na opedien aroba bazempel wo your bible so meso na wusu na wa yasi twao mesro oba bo so meso a etoda 3rd na ba etoda 27th na ba meso wo ye adwuma na wa ketua ne delay ni sanko ni nye ho enti wo menso se na maye no pa aroba bazempel nom na mwao na bibia so entumi nkoye emfama sexual frigidity in women na chese oba olaki orgasm no ho nya ne de mesraw obi ho da wa asentimedua uposa no kra na sel onka no waduro eye aroba bazempel unum bia enyom bekoye enso ama na bibia so atum akoso kama kolina keba obenya duro no bi ato dani heba obenya duro no bi ato blessed require any herbal shop bi abegurem no obenya sa nduro miensa ato etesem obunumra nkoma odepeja eni osono hunchu capsules Mr. Q any Araba Bazempel Mr. Wada so be friends here e lines we so 0244 275 429 0244 275 429 wo friend line so I bet so I be the Fortnite Apostle Jeffrey Asari the general himself Atenase Samson the Filippo Inzaghi man ono so Atenase don't forget said the darling boy Sir Prince ono so ewa mpenifo ahobrase kwan so akwaba bibia ebokode
nyame adom
Paris na akopа adom
nyame adom bibia eboko
da yami ase
and the Prince na Jesus second
honestly mante
what do you mean say won't 7 be me fever minimsa won't
mante no kran so mante o ba che say
me final day now Jesus second and we day open asem na aka o
muma ye wure mu na ye nkomo kakra Titru for United game nkomo ye di dodo na Sir Prince to extend say we wrap up on your submission and ra we see game we no ye be decide the game within 90 minutes and extra time 90 minutes na winner na ye be within the first half na ye hunu do win the game no Sir Prince enwrem
yeah Paris yenwrem straight away enra Manchester United and Tottenham game ne ba so and one particular game going into the game no na say I to say a meme and a man for the nam social media because So already the two teams going to the final, and a lot of people felt say Omumie disable per their domestic performance. Before the game, the church and Semu Bebre was say. Intimation down Kohonum Bebre. Now let's focus on what happened in the game. Enra, finally, Tottenham Hotspur. Omatmia break that 17-year mark at that Honumana Omuntimi any major trophy. It is very good for them. United so yesterday and almost struggle after the leaving of Papa friend Sir Alex Chapman Ferguson. We clearly see say though they able to win some trophies, but clearly you know say struggles in the way United near more than the trophies normal winning, and they would have wanted to surpass baby Omujina says here after Papa friend Sir Alex Chapman Ferguson, because of my a lot of signings or more to scale Gumbi, but yesterday and fire. Now in the game, Ian highlighted on this issue. You see, Papa friend Ange Postecoglou, everyone that listened to the program yesterday, me money clear says offer Tottenham Hotspur, the coach, and the Manchester United, a coach, and two teams now. Clearly, you know, say two coaches na a possessive base oriented air coaches. But Ange Postecoglou ba Tottenham no, o free air Scotland air no, o making sure say the identity and the style of play. Oh yeah, then and one or the beba air Tottenham Hotspur team demo. And to say koyo possessive football no there, and one on obo. And I also highlighted say Papa friend Ruben Amorim or making sure so the system ne beba, but will give you up that kind of possessive base. And I say developing the game from the back because of Philisa or more yes now the players makes a lot of mistakes. But Papa friend Postecoglou don't say me highlight him who say no matter say koyo or stick it to the same plan, possessive base oriented football now and or stick it to. But and no be a game bia will be marveled at how our game is koye. Grace made us saw the possession in a statistics not so. So where are the screen is here? The kind of Tottenham Hotspur and they are white and red near Manchester United. Tottenham Hotspur the entirety of this season and even to a larger extent ever since a Papa Feno Ange Postecoglou BPM or Tottenham Hotspur, there's not a single game less possession than this game. Tottenham played just 27 possession. And this is a team, we know says Ocean 5 crowd, Ocean 10 crana, still now no baby so no babo. Under Ange Postecoglou. But Enra, Papa friend Postecoglou realized say there's a difference between dominating games and winning trophies. He decided say I will surrender possession and rather focus on winning the trophy. And then it worked perfectly for him because at the end that's year. Total shots. Bobo from Tottenham Hotspur, about just 3. Manchester United bought as many as 16. And Tottenham Hotspur 3 now, but only one of them and then on target. And it ended up at the back of the net. Manchester United enya 6 shots on target. But he went me and Shegu. Chances or more say Manchester United big chances. Marco for Tottenham Hotspur enya just a single big chance. Big chance to nya back up. And also so a net when you big chance and can't come see honum.
So they are only shot on target now.
Yes, and one a net. So clearly, Enra Papa Fernando Postecoglou decided say, I will surrender. I will go the ways of the Thomas Tuchel, the Jose Mourinho, or more or magic trophy. Someone like Ancelotti. When it gets to the final, on fan so bet me about possession aja obebo. So Ohensuno I say surrender possession or the Jia obeye. And Papa Fernando Postecoglou, that was the strategy and not drawing into the game. That was why Manchester United dominated here. But one thing so I mentioned is in here, Manchester United, whenever they play a game, now against a smaller opponent, but rather a big opponent, not United, or not a dominating game, ever more possession, and most of those games, Manchester United would either lose or draw. They are not comfortable when you give them the chance. Momon dominating possession.
So,
yes, Manchester United are not comfortable doing that. Always because of players they could Alejandro Garnacho and Bruno Fernandes or more players, Rasmus Højlund, or more players they are able to spot the spaces, not running in behind players. And Alejandro Garnacho said one man one or ineffective. So man the air place Sabia or Jebono na place near congested. He has no effect on the game. But the moment Ababo Bonatu or Ebia right back no 1-on-1 there because of the pace or very effective. But Enwa Ange Postecoglou game no Manchester United they dominated the game. The whole game now clearly. Now Felice a bad day say United Benyagu. though they got some chances via omo me say but clearly now him say United game no omo bono enye omo style of play no enye kwan omo pass or omo person omo fa so mo no that was why I no omo lose. Now the bigger question here is Ruben Amorim, was it his mistake and United lose this final? The answer is near to yes and no. And let me start with the no. No because of idea to support no ha say ya mame. Manensha say na airport.
And shall so sporting CPD.
Yes, na mention adibi mu ha say. Didn't yes, and I say no in any. So here Ruben Amorim always they be making a reference from where he's coming.
Sporting CP.
Sporting CP because anybody or in the United Kofano. So of course Sporting CP and I can say which or did this same demonstration to TV so. This was their style of play. Joman de mu echiro Goncalo Inacio mu echiro onom. Na in the midfield, obenye obi to say Hidimasa Morita. Obenye obi to say multi-human. And I say Bia Brakanga. I'm going to be given FIFA and I served as the two double pivot. Now share on the far wings now. Obenye obi to say Giovanni Quenda, the Chelsea for Akakofano. And then Gini Gatamo also on the other side. Na ni mo no ubenya Pedro Congaves and then Abrante friend Francesco Trincao leading by Abrante friend Victor Gyökeres. Listen to this omobo this system now they understood the system perfectly to the extent say multi-human and Brakanga and asa Hidimasa Morita no mube jire mfimfi omienu no so omoba they know perfectly what say we need to interchange say where you kwa me stay say where stay say me ko. They communicated so well, and also always at any point in time in the game, no, Gini Gatamo, any Abrante friend Giovanni Quenda, they will make sure so almost stretchy opponents, no, say beya, a moment for the bear straight up, and also with defense, no, number 2 and number 10 be making sure so omba betake, or muna open up spaces in the game. Eddie Ama, Abrante friend Pedro Concaves, and Francesco Trincao. Into Ombian and Kese was the wingers, but anytime the Omon now wings on them. The fullbacks and the quarter wings so no more you see the half spaces and so have the same thing now and they work perfectly for them. Now my video non twas near Bubuko from Manchester United. Papa Feno, Ruben Amorim this same system naba. And I will be a game be could see this same system. On person wa hasi. So her system net da honum na no bina what translated the above. Be able say the effectiveness of the individuals in such places no. How is it? And no acquire problem the amomo. And so Diogo Dalot, any Abrante FN Nuzama Zoria, Omone Hage the touchline, but are they as effective as Gini Gatamo and Abrante FN Giovanni Quenda? No. In the midfield, Ubenya Ebia Casemiro, Ubenya Bruno Fernandes, and as Ebia Casemiro no Manuel Ugarte, as they as effective as Ubenya multi-human and Brakanga airborne under the system. Listen, not the quality Ekutomo. I'm talking about under the system.
Particular system.
The particular system, as they as effective. No. And that was the problem. It is all games Nibia. And same star nana man and same star nana or mubo in games so. But clearly who say Saboni could do Diogo Dalot any effectiveness. Nuzama's running the Kutabon. But by passing on the ache, a quad Diogo Dalot on the other side at the same time, they are not as effective. And then when we been see in the game, Editia Ayabobukwa, they're from Tottenham Hotspur game. No. So clearly, Ubebusa say, oh you're right, Hannah. Because our style of playing and I say players not do omujinem na o make sure so beba Abrantia your friend Amad Diallo and then Messi Mount right behind Abrantia friend Rasmus Højlund and so Messi Mount or the starting lineup now me dem our fantos my and Adam the chassis Messi Mount in the best position and then papa your friend Ruben Amorim then the boy we saw him at Chelsea under Thomas Tuchel you know him say so man as a mid as a winger, as a attacking midfielder, helping out with the attack now, and then bringing out the best in him. And then a honor boy, Amadelo, who say always or Kati in and Ebuano, but yet they were not as effective as you would have wanted for Bobuko from Manchester United. And I know, and you're the mistake. But the entire message as I yes, no, because Bobuko from Manchester United used this same system against Chelsea in the last game of Moboye. Chelsea won that game. They were not as effective as Papa and friend Ruben Amorim would have wanted. But yet, or decided say, oh, you sue your editor at Chelsea and Amfano. Or Sabe you sue at Tottenham. Chelsea and Suno Tottenham, you all know say almost style of play near possessive based oriented games, coaches and a coach yomo. And here didn't Sabe you sue the same thing. And even besides, the whole of this season, when you sue what about this same system? Now what players not say omo it's only when individual players no live up to the expectations and a more multi-million win them Manchester United. So it is a yes. Ruben Amorim a mistake, and also no because the system then the style of play no yeah they are not here and on making sure so best selective players are a better fit into that style. But then and me and Farmer no so for me I wouldn't be blaming him that much. The question yet again, should he be sacked or he should stay? Because also no akra yi no one so no there he feels
the report according in an say or the resignation letter am mpeni for but I was saying you know correct na adwen so di adwuma no
and also so mobile pam so on thinking about any compensation at Dibia. I'm talking about Ruben Amorim. But look, the whole thing is Manchester United shouldn't make the mistake of sacking Ruben Amorim now. Aye baako aye mienu aye miensa aye na atoatoa so na aye musia won say the coaches behind the scenes are Omunya Manchester United coaches no. Are they not seeing all these things?
But people are saying, we are talking about a manager who is setting records for bad reasons. Or bad Manchester United should be they are worst finished in the Premier League. What do I say?
Yeah.
We'll say the number of matches. I mean, I'm particular about the Premier League performance.
Stan Nkomo can say me. I tend to agree with him. Or say United team. No, so
United is the worst team in the Premier League.
Yes, in the Premier League.
Worse than the relegated teams.
But Orieno so some make an emphasis. Can say United team they could talk. No money Chelsea ne Arsenal
in terms of quality.
In terms of quality, it is why players they could United season or more individual quality. But the bigger problem here is are they fitting into the system? And I say the quality they could talk. Is it what the coach at that point in time here? No. So what do? What can 200 million pounds be on my year to some the Bemanako transfer market? Allow the coach. If you don't allow, now you're watching change now. We coach, we small one by United so saying, and by all means we need to bring you players. You feel some baby boy marketing wise near there. I understand Manchester United is a business entity. But you need to allow the coach bring in players or feel say we will never fit into my style.
Okay.
And yes, sir. And Rebecca said Ruben Amorim, Mone, Tehag, Mone, all the other coaches are being answer. But they shouldn't sack him. They should just give him that kind of free room to operate. And I feel say Ruben Amorim, the Manchester United move no my and Ankasa one. It was a wrong move. United needs not to start.
The Fufroy or say you don't come. Amorim buy what transform any player or Manchester United and a player buying or buy I say Unkuni says I say or buy we improve because legends no GD say he's not improving any player at United. Well,
sure.
Filippo, Bama,
Yonkwe.
Tottenham Hotspur winning on third European trophy and somewhat in 1971-72 this same trophy and they year from the Europa League, you know, they won it. 83-84, this same trophy in the Europa League and they won it. Then they almost be winning for the third time. Historically, look at teams on Europa League in a par. Many United say Sevilla on 7, and they Tottenham Hotspur agent 3 times in their history, of which and they Tottenham and your small teams are. They say say why Europa League in a 3. The last time they won the Europa League, and I said the first time was in 1963. That then UEFA Cup Winners' Cup. But me betra de bi mo ha. Trophy where we who say Tottenham Hotspur, mo hear TV no. Tottenham Hotspur a display when they won the 1963 UEFA Cup Winners' Cup. Somewhat in 1960, no we introduced the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup. The UEFA Cup Winners' Cup no. Now the secondary trophy to the UEFA Champions League or the European Cup. But then trophy way no at a point in time was abolished. But time no more abolished this trophy no was when Arsenal so J. And see historically no one can say Arsenal European trophy. The time this trophy was abolished, and young recognized this trophy as a European trophy no was when Arsenal Football Club Edge in 93-94. But Tottenham Hotspur Edge no in 1963 no now recognized as a UEFA trophy.
62 years ago.
Yes. Now recognized as a European trophy. That was in 1962-63. Now guess what? Arsenal Football Club, the only time Omaje a trophy now I say under UEFA was this time. That was David Seaman in 1993-1994. Now this same trophy no, Timagin Bebrepa team Barcelona. Barcelona are 4 times winners of the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup. But then we were screens no so the clubs from England, Chelsea Football Club are 2 times winners of this trophy. the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup. And again, see my friend Paris Saint-Germain from France. The only time Paris Saint-Germain had European trophy was the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup. But in Yankan because that time the UEFA so abolished it. And Omo take charge of the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup was FIGC. That is the Italian Football Federation. Na Beji mu say ono na recognized under his watch and auspices. Now, Tottenham Hotspur winning trophy way. And in the history of Tottenham Hotspur, many yenim say Tottenham Hotspur greatest players are. Waka players are Tottenham Hotspur producer. You beka so my greatest ever players are. We beka na waka brings your friend Jimmy Greaves. What's in the pa? Jimmy Greaves in the history of Tottenham Hotspur, what kind of best ever striker there is and there ever will be for Tottenham Hotspur. Baba break papa friend Jimmy Greaves in. And Jimmy Greaves during the time only John White and Terry Dyson they rewrote the history of the team Spurs. Now guess what? Adiabakwa say so what Europa League now the prize money is 8.6 million euro. That is the prize money. Now Timothy second as in Manchester United. Onubenya 4.6 million euro. And Omo do semi-final. Bilbao anybody glimpse each benya 2.8 million euro. That is the prize money now. Now this tournament earlier in 1960 it was UEFA Cup Winners' Cup. In 1971 they abolished it. Na be no UEFA Cup. And when they turning name, and I say changing name, in UEFA Cup, the first team to win the same Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur were the first winners of the UEFA Cup. And when almost San Dean Bay Europa League was in 2009. And Minu in 2009, it was the 10 of the Ukrainian teams, Shakhtar Donetsk. And Shakhtar Donetsk in 2009 were the first winners of the Europa League. In the Europa League trophy na area Timo Jane first Shakhtar Donetsk. But Timo wabo brapa in the Europa League Timo friend Sevilla. Now me hwa de bi so ha. Where the kind of all-time top scorers of this tournament are. Who say tournament way before Enra trophy ni ba Bilbao and as a San Mameno. The other trophy ni ba your friend Arita Duritz. So what follow Spanish football in those years are. Players of Mobo Bra in Spain. Bakone Arita Duritz. Woko Bilbao, he's a legend of Bilbao. And he was the club, he's the ambassador for the UEFA Europa League this year. On the trophy in the Baye. And the all-time top scorer is Falcao. So we Falcao fewer. The next player, Arita Duritz. And so we're the goal king race now. And I say all-time top scoring charts now. Ubamiya ne Munyas Dabu. The only Israeli on also a goal in the Europa League. Munyas Dabu. And so what about Brent here from Kevin Gamero and Alexandre Lacazette? What about Dinjeko ni Romelu Lukaku? Now we crowd with Oscar Cardozo and Carlos Bacca or more Abobra in the Europa League. By United captain and friend Bruno Fernandes, Asher 19 goals in the Europa League. Now on the game. Sometimes Metinaka Sembi and Ra make Sembi about one player, a friend of Brennan Johnson. Say, mid this season, Tottenham Hotspur entire team consistently they've been inconsistent. Into so woke up best player of Tottenham Hotspur. Player what showing a bit of consistency. The boy from Wales, Brennan Johnson. And he scored the only goal for Team Tottenham Hotspur to win this game. And I know my prediction was game will no be your favorites. But say be favorites and when Tottenham elbow with James Maddison and the young Kulusevski. And what were the last five meetings between Tottenham Hotspur, United and to me Tottenham Hotspur? In their last 5 meetings, Tottenham watch United baby obebuno. And this season, and I said this year, we're the city of Manchester now. I say Manchester, I Waterloo for team friend Tottenham Hotspur. Now tactically, and dear manager friend Ange Postecoglou Prince Akabebre. And before the game, say I can't say football in 2 on any given the possessive oriented football. Joseph Guardiola and Crofona Musia and the hymn. Ruben Amorim, one of those disciples are onim born no bopa. Same for born on 2 a.m. That is why when he met Pep Guardiola, or trying to say a boy sometimes cannot play in the master. When Sporting CP Asia City this year, early part of the Champions League, group phase, or share City by 4-1. That is Jose Alvalade in Portugal. When Oshe City by 4-1, now some more kind say he is Ogusua Osuade, but on him say he will get better someday. That was what the words of Ruben Amorim. But about Manchester United, and their materials no the juma. And real one, Papa na friend Ange Postecoglou. Do you hear very simple ni? Or say me or she go ni we are. I say or make sure say or manage game no because we a final game. Into who watch it at a point in time no. Na players so you move from you na attacking players. And no player me impress me by Richarlison. Richarlison be biano namo. Even including say born back center back and as a penalty arc no more. The first player will be Huno and ya Mick van de Veen and as a Christian Romero. But player will be Huno pa Brent here friend that is Richarlison. There was a dark arts be a Ruben Amorim no peso yusu. So we game ni bia. Dark arts ne say Harry Maguire on tate Brent here friend Romero. So that Romero e bia no beto nsa or a South American. And South Americans no omu ebufuo pa. What it in the in the final game? Or turn and sape probably a red card. So in the course of it, now constantly there was a banter between Harry Maguire and a Brent friend Christian Romero. But dark arts I say almost turn a blind eye to the dark arts and only one positive of the coach. Now in mathematics, you already be a friend axis. Now on the y-axis, Manchester United and axis are axis now. A Brent friend Lenny Yoro. Amad Diallo, axis no mujina sono. That was where I want to be the strength of Tottenham Hotspur because Tottenham Hotspur on that axis no both Destiny Dogie or Sambo this or Sambo a Brent friend Richarlison no Sambo Rodrigo Bentancur and no Tottenham Hotspur midfielders now no Manchester center circle. Some back to center circle na kakra just a ball no United half. But how many times no was a Tottenham Hotspur at the ball no United half? Martin Fiaka say possessive oriented possession sometimes useless
but say almost start here say now is a space more pressure
into the can say yen shego no wie manage game no that was the style you would shego no wie na you unself you and no changes or no later on the Kevin down so na eba at a point in time no is only United ball but when you say obiem no United ball United was sharpshooters and wingers and Osan was serial winners at Tottenham Hotspur. Instead of a game now, at a point no you Richarlison film no Kevin down someone an eba and they were coming to just manage the game.
Okay.
Now you bisa Ange Postecoglou say when we need trophy we what is the way forward? Now some more kind of simple. Or say I don't feel I have completed a job. Que sera sera. So Spanish catch will say que sera sera. Whatever will be will be. Whatever the besi. But for now on the day. Or say Juma now opeso here the mission no is not accomplished yet. Until for now here Brennan Crab and a betray.
And Brennan
interview and say hasta la vista. See you tomorrow. Probably case
may I say Filippo and no what will be will be. Apostle Yankwe but I'm 20 kakra. I'm 20 kakra.
20 no bomb bisa asem to the tongue.
Yes, toothpaste and any apostle no. Ma osinye fita, ma osinye white. Monum kanu emfra ne mama. What does say? Aha, eni kwa so wenum nka. Epam ne omako. Mesrew. Anhwe kra be obi. Yes, toothpaste and only apostle as say we are seeing na you use. Na there were 3 variants, red no blue and then green. The brush account enti wo pe de ano den wo pe de ano mra ni nyina no wo benye bi mesraw sesie no ye nkodwom enkase ni toothpaste e wo so bodin no edin no yas toothpaste pe bi na mwa na how bi a ewu enum no asientu the general
who can send be say be oba orgasm ya na che have you experienced them before? So fire now ban orgasm because our implications on men. So you'll be a said be umbantem and palatable. I don't know what I have experienced. Just said beside is one experience that. Paul said that for thou innate experience to explain an act. Until I'm being final
theory. Practical and the flip.
No, you can't speak about be practical because you no need them and no need me. When I'm so what experience be the American
theory,
but you are married until they no problem. I leave it to the judgment of your viewers any cherished listeners. Now, and then here's something special on. Me have bread with this issue about supporters to come to the stadium. So, first of all, Grace, according to the way my younger training pitch, me but younger small clubs in Africa, me can't be. So, me younger, training pitch. So those young Africans, maybe training. So just take particular interest in it. Maybe we are. So, Mami Simba dear, no meka ade bi aka ho. Mami Simba dear, almost supporters, no. Now, so Mami Simba with the supporters in the bus, but they can't say, almost training pitch there, but almost supporters in the bus. Now, I want good, so fantastic. We are your friend of grassroots community mobilization. Until your more can't talk grassroots community mobilization. We a Simba say match day. Benjamin Kappa State on 60,000 match day. This is what you see. All number of buses now. How do they do it? Now community grassroots say nyomu yene say. Oma chiche like a constituency and fans a higher constituency have constituency away. Electoral areas are our constituency no more. Electoral area be our leader and a more electoral area activity, fun activity. This is Prince baby electoral area then. Electoral area. But Michael Duba. Electoral area. Fantastic. So say no, the particular electoral that's the concern. I need the electoral area. Now, young fans are hard for so let's say Ehua will be an electoral area. Ehua will have a supporter leader, a branch leader here. Nejuma is to make sure that the whole week or engage supporters no more Ehua until they have their bars. Or no be engage coordinated so he moves with them. Now yes are across the entire nation, the belt. Until omunim sister town, so a do sister town said they have data. But omunim say it's okay. So sometimes when other electoral areas are ebi ameva santimemu ha. Kotoko supporters yes I dey no from Amakom to Asokwana do baby a almost a number no aye we pay. The next time no emma ebi omo more be quiet no will have more interest because they also want to go to the field and see. Until the electoral areas in baby almost supporters one. The organization is solid and they do house to house. Supporter leadership a serious job and a sika investment. Almost arena the transport companies are almost 15% discount rate for the distance. But the organization almost a house to house organization in an electoral until almost breaking down to the electoral areas, almost decentralizing support based. Until enye me corridor so me call way and no but the point is that I say organize omo free baby omo emmo mon kaye say o kai say your match be a bus this weekend me bom mon kaye ye di nkomo ekwan ye be fa so akoni wan mu no mo ready some beko nie ntia e soko. And so it's a serious and aggressive job to get this to the stadium. It's not a joke, it's not talking. A juma pa that the leadership spread in such a way say and normally sometimes baby look there was this incident was Zanzibar. Sebiu the electoral area supporters leader. Sebiu Oka baby no what happened? Oka baby no and now making sure say one of the leaders that must come Obenyan resident on Tion or free baby ought to have a residence there because on send a Benya they will still have a rep to be doing the job there. And the supporters organization mobilization across Africa, no, and yet a joke. It's not the old traditional way of doing this. So that's what you see. Time in Tiano Goma. Now let me go to Stellenbosch training pitch. Stellenbosch, a small club here, Sebi almost South Africa. Nansena, Nyamia Omadum, and Omo Ketesi Coste Baka, and Omo semi-final of Sebi, the CAF Confederation Cup. Omo training pitch there. Pacho decided remember. Training pitch. No will be fatter. So training pitch. Now, Mama Asani got to go training pitch. The Asani got to go training pitch. So someone will win your pitches. So me can't be. So let's watch Asani got to training pitch. Now, before I continue, Asani got to training pitch 80% grassless. All you see on it is weeds. A lot of them is weeds and your grass. So share pitch way. Let's share the 3 pitches are here. Have you seen? It's a disgrace. That's the truth of the matter. Amber, share pitch way. Let's share. Oh, say my deliberately pick the class. Man, call baby Kessie. Man, call Egypt. Man, call Morocco. Man, call Algeria. These are clubs. Are we in color? Let's share pitch. Pitch no, pitch no. Don't wanna grassless. Don't grassless. And look at the pitch. A risky pitch. Players about vulnerability to injury. Now, my main question. So, Mumba mi Kodokoni Dreams Stadium. Kodokoni Dreams. The emptiness of the stadium. Kodokoni Dreams. Good. So, this is Kodokoni Dreams. This is a Sandy Kodoko club. 67 finalists, 68 semi-final Afghan Champions League. 1970 winners, 73 winners. 1982 they were finalists. 1983 they won. 1993 they were in the finals. Confederation Cup 2004 they were in the finals. Oh, it's what? Empty stadium. Empty stadium.
Virtually empty.
Empty. Okay. Now, Mama, let's make an interview. Let's make an interview on. Yes, so we interview.
Low attendance leadership. No. I say our communication director. No. How many times you ball league, ever match and make us already? Because I see the most talkative. I shan't just second. Every day they be granted. Every day they be granted.
When you be open.
Most talkative. Me and Madam for Emilia. Oh, but he knows me very well. I do justice to my job. Most talkative, but this listen. So my main Canadian, so then I come to other things somewhere. I can't say, but listen. Kotoko history, and yet this management need the supporters group and and the Kotoko history when it comes to support the mobilization. Near woman say, a management led by the communication director was Kotoko. Historically, any supporters leaders and a Kabumeshia to strategize on the traditional way of promoting matches. Traditional way, no say. Near him air radio and then a digital TV and then I say social media, what we call the new media, digital account. No crowd can how do you do it? So me ba or no same crowd most talkative, how do you do it? First of all, radio stations in the past have did that. Nana Manquetia Tosunsia did that. KK Sapon did it reasonably. So first of all, Niamika any news in relation to Nia Ales Kain. Nia Ales Kain, the right thing to do, say. Ese radio ene ados Kumasi, Kotoko Kumasi, Sebi Kotoko 240. So whoever is leading an Africa, you take advantage. The managers or the owners of the radio station only on Benya Nkita Ondie. Let's say 20 top. When you finish, you have an arrangement with them on promotion of Kotoko matches. Obi oye Juma radio Kumasi be and say be you for Adaruma or untimi for radio Crensia. Bewa. So you have the arrangement done. Until him say, every time we want me 20 radios top best in Kumasi. On their P1, P2 programs. Sebe, me babe promoting matcha. Me war radio stations 20, TV stations 20. And so, me jingle. The jingle, if you have a match this week, and it's so appalling to Kotoko, so disgraceful. Say, a day before a match, Kotoko jingles are not heard. A week before, those jingles should be distributed to all the radio and TV because who arrangement need that. Now, any obia netimi kasa radio so convincing nipa. So you select omo asebi, omo name kasa, omo persuade nipa, omo can match no sem. Any nientia is omo bapak. You do that radio and television. So you simultaneously no pay a mika say. All the networks are exports and no pay. In Kumasi no, your people on it. Fano say. Home gamer. If you don't home gamer, all your people are simultaneous and aggressive promotion. Those who are doing afternoon, you do it for the whole week. Whilst you are doing that, the jingles are flying. The morning show of every station is flying. The afternoon major show, the evening show. That is how you promote matches.
But at the point,
that is how you promote. Who promoting then the digital media? Pick the right guys. The digital media is also there. Who engage fans? Look, Alex Mo and the rest. How many times have they have engagement or more fans on Facebook? The new media. As supported leaders, circle no today. A lot of young people, and that generation, and some moving to the next way to grab the new generation support base. The new generation support base no on Bertrand circle. You can have virtual support base now. Who they are here? Everywhere they are, baby mobile, you can engage them through virtual means and create a sub-circle for them. And to your mom, baby, they don't need to move. So yes circle, but they are involved, they are engaging. How many times do you engage them? Do Facebook Live, engage also. They should ask questions. You are telling them our club no future. How many kotoko sebi ene circles or whichever one you want to group the kotoko next gym and all the SHS schools in Ashanti region? How many and all the tertiary institutions that they've deliberately made effort kotoko a lot of kotoko opportunity to take advantage in tertiary institutions that grow in numbers. Other technical universities or the main universities or even the nursery training and teacher training. They are the next generation. Ube inculcating to them, and when you watch the EPL, who say parents you should aggressively inculcate that. Then the new media, and then you call Raja Casablanca. Like Galamsey Ekos, your social media political activism omuye. Ni omuye ne say bia bibi say Galamsey Ekos wenye. Support base no. Omu a teamer, guys, intelligent guys. Omu adi ne say omu be kassetia Galamsey through that. Omu create positive image and omu sound we need the heart of people who Galamsey a displace and they become supporters. Sexual harassment. Esperance team they speak against sexual but ubefa a team of young talented guys are educated to fight they are taking a position on that. Then the support base is beyond just talking on radio. Sundowns fund the bois supporters I did them and then general public I did them and then a basana a man nipa enya the humobona tingameboa. Then you are winning people to the stadium. Today, it's not just about going to talk on radio. Because the generation has and you need to make sure, say, how to do that. Currently, as I know, currently, how many times now the online engagement from players, from supported base, is something that management must agree to. Supporters pay. Sebi, only players any engagement, only management any engagement. When Simba does Simba Day, which got to Miafa, Simba Day no a special event at stadium 60,000 year man. Tony yomo promoting ye. Edi na Simba Day. Da ye dia sida mamu fans no afi etwe mu nia mu ye. Ye da mo asinya me shram. Enti omo ma Simba Day omo ofiri bia. Our Simba no neta side you am for somebody is feeling the power. So on the be MC for the day, no communication manager. E basa na no owia na supported leaders wa bekasa. Owia na players o ma ton afi we no mo ada o mo di actual fans ni nyina. Once it's ongoing, it's on their Facebook Live, Instagram Live, X Live. It's connected to 16 radio stations across ABNT Accra, across the nation.
Okay. And
you have a feel and experience of the Simba Day. Ochina, 60,000 per. Ochina, or person also be part of it. So please, a Jumana Mafa to Monsuno, Munti, and Neno, and yep, Titino, are you obligated to say Soko Babara because you could Wakotoko and Yesika. That generation, year air spy. This new generation dynamics of supporting, Nindiama confront you, we are different. You need to create a raffle. Look, say you support a raffle. You create a raffle every year for Omo Motabas and Omo Tombas and Never car. Won't be motivated. You have more trip to the US. Won't be motivated. So they need to be innovative and also learn. There's nothing wrong with I'm an event person, so I have an understanding of this. You can get to people who only to guide you. What's the database of that? And I got to go. We are season journalist. But you could database yes, and nipa send a support team.
Statistically, you need number to prove it.
How do you attract serious sponsors to the club when you don't have the data?
Yeah, so number now the better your friends sponsors say I have this number, and if my numbers we strike it by this percentage, and I said this a year,
so meanwhile the stadium experience. Fortunately, these are serious season KNUST guys.
Yeah,
almost
Porcupine tertiary.
We feeling a feeling at a mass stadium, attracting over stadium, energy.
Yeah.
But this atmosphere should not be left to them alone.
Yeah.
Other private tertiary, you let them in your rivalry is to create ambience, the atmosphere of a stadium. So the Anglican University, the Christian Service University, you create this with some of these guys who created this to create it as an ambience stand. Oh, Dortmund almost stand on. But we more 22,000. Almost say Dortmund Bobo we are koye omo come hoko eden kodomasi. Raja wako. This a big thing I see encouraging. But it should not be only the omo also. And even create a ladies one. We you better me create. Say first now ladies come on and say ladies start account. We can create a ladies one. Create about 5 or 6 of this group in the stadium. Omo you are passionate. Oh yeah, the omo member. You understand me? They will come at all costs. So if you are a supporter leader, these are the initiatives and many more. I saw you titina makokasa. No, this generation omo are different. Which your election of course we graduate 2024. This generation near my inform me omo decision a different form. So we are a supporter leader now. A so tears transcend finals. The dynamics of any young guys, any young girls, any almost support is saying. Niama ben engage to begin to attract them gradually to the stadium. It's not just going to see someone talk and get up. No. And it's about result based. And ASC Council, yes, a lot of them is money because most of them, as a leader, you must mobilization. Money is key. Money is key. Talking is not enough. It must be backed also by money in certain times. So a serious job I have found a simple Ghana. A serious job. So if you are not getting the numbers, it's because the leaders are not doing the right thing.
Apostle General Jeffrey Asara no. Na me thesis here say meaning papa ko each a friend Mandem Jopik. You know what to say or train pa autonomous musician all the way from Sehuyo, so you're doing the monitoring, and then Prince among KJ Enterprise, those guys are more monitor show no, all the way from Western North, and baby I'm will be understand now be to me do message Ediaba. Now Prince now all make analysis BD but I said you're not apostolic and I say if Kotoko have 5 million supporters as they claim, they can go to any clients and then tell the client that we have 5 million, at least 2 million of the supporters will buy your products. A worth of it is £5, meaning that we can generate £10 million for you in a season. Any clients will come on board. Well, I
did something at Fox 2010. You see, the biggest support base financially, the biggest sponsor of any club as supporters get that is that number one is supporters, not client, because we are constant. So they are saying that's your biggest. So anything out there to drive the support base. Look, contribution. Even if Kotoko supporters are even 2 million, and they are contributing 5 Ghana cedis a month, you know the millions of dollars we are talking about. So, support base, no, it should be done seriously and agreed by both management and supporters leaders.
About me, say, be a with the KJ Enterprise, a Prince. Okay, if so, who you Kotoko now you Kotoko chairman supporters chairman is the okay. Say you were 5 million supporters. What the yen say 5 million supporters, name 2 million, and a better prove that now. And see, come on board, come support us. 2 million supporters, no. If this is even replica, no. So back we £5, meaning say 2 million at £5, we are able to say generate 10 million pounds for you. With this, any client will like to come on board. if Enunkwa is what the supporters can generate for a potential client.
I like that because in Bafor second camp, Kodoko moved from MTN to Tigo. It was a NT or Canada. MTN to Tigo. $3 million at that time.
Yeah.
$3 million at that time. Now it was so much, and the Kodoko supporters, only a passion supporters say, a bus and a big class of number way, number way, and your papa Fatunche, so that they were dishing MTN for Tigo at that time. Yeah. And it was a major fanfare, and MTN confer actually and open so crass if it is poor, but it was too late. That is how powerful it is. But if the power is there, no one knew how to utilize the power, and there's no power.
I like that one.
Who do you say? Yes.
There are people who have power, but they don't know how to use the power. Thank you so much. And the Apostle General. Ajenib Giovanni said, I said it to Ember Power, that Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur's PAG are the favorite for the season. Well, so Chelsea to win the Conference League, Spurs for the Europa League, and the PAG for the Champions League. Starboy, and so messaging here. I say, I'm enjoying the show live and clear at I have Mim Airport. Sompa Sports, no size. Better luck next time to Manchester United. Greetings to Honorable Joe Donko, Kodjo Space, Yao Mim, and my lovely father. No joke. One so message Abarano. Kodjo Adei Mununkum. Or see, they wanted to play Champions League through a narrow window. Now so amfa. Noise pollution be the atmosphere is serene this morning for productivity. Any United fan who doesn't go to work today shall be sacked. We move. Grace Masamono. Asante happy. Also update on Real Madrid. Samson Douglas Costa. Also keep up the good work. Also message Abba and no. Crespo Idifufu and Abba. Also congratulations to Tottenham Hotspur for breaking the heart of United fans. Football doesn't play with muff, but on the field. Greetings to Owusu Bempa of Inshiaeso and Samuel Boachi Yadom, XBY of Bushumtre. Also, message Abaron. Kodra Sempa, Eddie Free, Kodra Sempa Furniture Works. Also, congratulations to all Tottenham Hotspur players from Kodra Sempa Furniture Works, Kumasi Edum and Odia Free Abba. Where ye Omar's telling, also keep the fire burning. In place, doing the listening in the United States of Tiobodom, Techimai, Bunu East region, Ehona Odia Free Ediaba. Joseph Donko Brefo, or see Ember Power with emojis of fire and love. Watching you live from Kenya, say Berima Uswentry, or say more heat powers. Pedroa Maldina Cruz. More update from Chelsea and Krobia Kumasi Santikotoko Camp. From Indianapolis Kumasi Tanosu Kesben Junction is the main location. We also say more fire. Keep up the good work. Kwesi Alonso. Gifty Japo. Or say Ember, nice meeting you. When she panic GH, update me on Barcelona transfer. Crespo once again. Or say congrats to Chelsea for medical can't win. Man United, yeah, I won't say anything. Okay. Anafuju no. So Adena Wedin no. Drop sporty course here. Inti or say Munfa and to Kanjin drinking water. Kanji drinking water. Kanjin drinking water. And no nsuo no. Na dia all simple. Sasa upe insua anoma. Nsu papa no enwane Kanjin drinking water. Ekura hydrogen, ekura calcium, ekura magnesium, ekura potassium, ekura iron. Enti all these minerals ewum Kanjin nsu papa ewe dwamanso a ebeboawo na wonso apomudin esita. Kanjin drinking water no eye more than just water. Eye duansa. Brema UGC udru a obehu yen. Tafuni Road, Abao Road Junction so. Fra 0241 449191 0241 449191 o fresh line so a yebejo so you call for a very short commercial break. Yebeba yaba betwaso yebesisia.
There's nothing worse than your multi-bet missing, but nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver.
Introducing Betway's Bet Influencer, a groundbreaking feature where you can make money by just sharing codes. He just needs to share his codes and make money. The more his codes are used, the more money he makes. Oh yes, so what are you waiting for? Anyone can be a bet influencer. Share your codes and make money. Bet Influencer, another world first from Betway.
This advert has been approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Betway, get way more.
If I shop, I'm sure you'll buy it.
Brother, and not so beautiful.
Now tell me about Michelle and see about Queen. Why me say?
Bra, said your time about Misha. It's your Jimmy me fearful. And you're the about ever so.
Really, I know this offending now.
Bra, some make us me the time about Misha one dance ya. We are singing now about Timinka. It is some malaria. What run it time about Misha?
And you go, dear, no more to I want to meet any deal. What run it time about Misha? A drink and your ma or bar waffle through. Dear one mark for down for any aquada when you fear do me, and son of the time about Mr. Drabino. Shasta Wako Hospital and answer lab. I'm what who said, oh, a 3-day malaria be answer.
Kayo, time near TIME. Time about Misha. I feel malaria fever be than Ziba, a woman, ever Ubenya be at all, over the counter medicine sellers. Any herbal shop to do an FDA Aji a judging crotway at all.
Abosaka kraka bi wo hanu meja tom na rewu sebe wo me say abofrake to wanya 2 years aka dai ba ku nti African Spider-Man bla be ya abofrake to emu na nipa ho hia dada bi koso anu ti ka me ho ne ko hwede wo mbia yenya ya expectation ka African Spider-Man ne ba be save abofrake ba preocupe ne hu African Jack wo ba be save abofrake na wo secret kura no anything Imboost herbal mixture. And only me secret. Na dia na ye. Na me yetu na ma keka e form. Ana police me di one dance tell me say, menye na me so hwe. Na me so hwe no. A boost immune system. Ama say me yetu na mente bre. Metimi di kama. Ama keka wodwom so ekoso. Me kura so me ta yale. Ama mai latitude me nya baako. Enye je na koso hwe. Hey, Spider-Man, what are you going?
Mo fa me kura chen.
Ubenya Imboost herbal mixture ewo pharmacy anase herbal shops apemfo ene nkola omundi fie dumienu enom FDA agigede nkatwe atu.
If you want better future, join Ghana Grows, 'cause our grit be the future. Join Ghana Grows, just be one for the culture. Join Ghana Grows, 'cause say you my day for Ghana. Join Ghana Grows, Ghana Grows.
Yomu, Pequia, we were first when Yajuma, and now up here Jumaqua, and for so was so, and walk here Jumam, any 80 vertimu and ya. So, Anna Monne, fastest and walk, Wabusia, and won't put a more assetable. Was star 718 star 50 hash, not the Caho says, yeah. Ghana Grows, Hop Day, Ghana Grows Jumedi, Mastercard Foundation, Miss Springboard Roadshow Foundation, Limehouse, New One a day, bro.
Mamisha, time HH herbal Mr. Bina Unumi, and ya what dropa, a ya draw, say, a manipedian quamuano, and ya whating, na a quatia yare, and chain yare and san wakakoto, fire wardrobe, nan abribia, Canoga Company Limited. What the time TIME ebe jasono wonwa and the time HH herbal mixture e dia bejaso akra wonyanya mfrisia dumienu enum bi wo pemfo ene oba wo makra nufo enso enum bi time HH herbal mixture wo benya bi
over the counter medicine sellers any shop dodo na mu
so wo pedodo to afre 0244 417669 0244 417669 time HH herbal mixture e yedro say FDA age edwadie nkratoe atum
Rise and shine with Yas toothpaste and Yas toothbrush. Start today off right by grabbing your Yas toothbrush and squeeze a refreshing dab of Yas toothpaste on it. With its soft bristles, the Yas toothbrush gently cleans your teeth and gums, giving you a comfortable brushing experience. As you brush, feel the powerful formula of Yas toothpaste working its magic, removing every stain in the cavity and leaving your teeth sparkling and fresh. Plus, Yas toothpaste helps make your teeth whiter and protect your gums, keeping them healthy and strong. Choose from our 3 variant toothpaste: Total Care, Herbal, and Winehead. Make Yas toothpaste and Yas toothbrush a part of your morning routine and start your day with a confident smile. Yas toothpaste and toothbrush, caring brand for caring families.
Ejekum Blankson atnase or the local issues no and the eba. Ye koswa catch us betway bet influenza no eguswa eye dwuma. Na me catch us enye pepe enye pesimi nkuminya enye nimpa omwadofo. Na betway say wo de ohihye bet ni wi a we enye wo sika na wodi twa. Wa hihye wie no na wo do coats no ama foforo na omuso ayusu. Na omu yusu na omu twa no dia wo de be mo man betwe bia no betway say wo mesa about 4% umpe we na opede enti edekum yemfa say Blankson say wo twa kakra wo twa sie ne ade a ene yemfa say wo twa 100 cedis ade ase wo wie no wo course no wo de ama apostle twa 200 wo de ama work de sika sam for mo twa 20 sir prince twa 50 we so atwa 50 ade say obekeka bubum no bo se bia o mo atwa be 400 na we twa no wo 4% out of the 400 nti wo dia obedi no edekeke betway say the easiest and the smartest way say wo so unye sika just simple kra sika dretwem eno ane betway na Charlie bibia fine
emba bibia you okay
Ejekum Blankson
sure
Manning na darling boy yenkwe
powers
ba na de say so ya be kwa na kakra
o say
say anana onko adakuja ache na
ene kotokobo training match
so be ko say 3 o'clock na
FC 3 o'clock
see na de be ko ade be sibia na de be ko o me say na de be sibia ana onko
o say
wonko
me de say me ko e ko fa nsem abret
e be shao na e be shao
me ka so say e be ko afi de e be shao
o na sa wo bia me mefiri ha na wo mfiri a nti me mefiri krom na me shia
powers yetia ye de tiefo etie Sompa 3.2 ade ya hwefo a Sompa TV ene anopay na ye mo munyina akwa ababiem emfambra tip of Jumade so yatena se efisem no na Ejekum Blankson Junior ubetimi afremi Orlando mede Ebrel ensem no doso na emom de di se wote ne de di se wutie no eno na ye de Ebrel ene anopay anopa no ye dinkai de ensem ne bebre edema coach Karim Zito ede ensem kakra tudwa ahead of omugema omni baby any goal stars enso ebono na wakasa ede afa ne right back abet Lord Amwa enanu obebo be say 15 minutes edema asante kono wakasa fa abrante ne return ne ho
his return.
Well, I think he's like last week we brought him to the bench and I gave him some few minutes to play just to make him ready for the game. So I'm very happy that he's
coach Karim Zito and Ochima Abrantia your friend Lord Amwa ono our returning no ebeboa asante kopa ye sanse na say no Justice Blay and oma converting obo right back or enso edema Kumase asante kodoko na owie no okasafa kodoko injuries no coach update bi wo ho a odebema on asante kodoko injuries na
we had entry in time apart from that after the match we played on Sunday. Luckily, we don't have any injury situation now.
Okay. Coach, we wish.
Coach Karim Zito. And they are 2 years. See, the Oba Santigro injuries, you know. Swati players, you know, do na etimi recover. Now last week, Santigro the man said Abrantia fan Emmanuel Entry when your ankle injury, Tino Abrantiano and Hontono. And it just say Abrantia, your friend. Isaac Minta Bessa Bosumini no ontimi emoboma Santigro kono wa returning a personal training. Peter Aqua Amidu. And so a part of the team ombeko baby and sema yedema na Eric Amponsa or a former goalkeepers coach Edema Midiama any house of folk currently on a coach goalkeepers coach Edema Tima and answer Omaya your friend is Sudan Wakasa Kakrana Ochema Ghana Premier League I born this season goalkeepers be elbow Mohammed Pa.
Ghana Premier League a lot of about 4 or 5 goalkeepers and airborne on standard for a name. Okay, Kamara of Kumasi Sante Kotoko. He's doing very well. Kobe Emmanuel of the Jenny Gold Stars. He's doing very, very well. Felix Che, and also Airborne Homewood. Lawrence was saying Heart of Lions, and also Airborne Homewood. And in Shatra, my goalkeeper, Afaju. Now and also born homodin. Yeah, not all the time. You share goals are almost considered, but you share almost performance. So,
said Mr. Jeffrey Asari Apostle say, "Oh, Jeji goalkeeper say, yeah, men for almost clean sheet in Nkwa and Jeji and one goalkeepers coach. They are two years. They be a head goals now almost considered, but on the game no goalkeeper bet me a consider 4, but it be a safe sir. No, I know." Na eya na edoso pa yen so eya na enko ye bewie no ye behwe de wa consider ne nkwane de ajeji goalkeeper no eno so emwa emenya the best out of the goalkeepers eno ensema Eric Amponsa or goalkeepers coach Edema Sudan national team no ono so ere atudwa na Alex Menu akasafa ensem trofo ho me de ahye free meba be yama na ye di ho komo nemom no yenko rag president ono so ye friend referee Seja or ye retired referee oko Ghana Referees Association no ono ena chairman edemomo or the atudwa na wakasa bebre edikan wakasa fa referees no omusika sem payment no yentie sikandie F4 na tietia ede amo
match 4 weeks in addition so na premier na at the time na kan otua 80 is 12 weeks na oma hande be 31 matches na oma 12 nkenkan nyina amunyantua yes division 1 sasa eno so omode oma 4 aka ho ana man so je no initially na omutua bi 4 weeks na omutua so omutua nyina so na efe de ne de na ejina because omutua play man after now no yes yentua aka.
Referee Seja and then Sansamino and so to January and was say on my petition FA January tone basis Hamri response bia and so am I now omo train say BBC na BBC when will be a bremu referee
big man will look for us and they'll come to you to announce that where we need the executive or referees to come here. That time they say man more be blame here because we gave the petition since January. Which month are we in now? May. 5 good months. Even what is so no problem. We are still having an open opportunity for God to guide the minister, guide our president and the chief director to help us to achieve our objective. But if GFA decide that they will not mind anybody, listen to anybody, no problem. Whatever they say, whatever, we say that the bird flies in the sky, but each FINRA is always performing on the ground.
The referee chema and no ma omudi agro wiem, but ye omo ye e wasasi so nti de ye ntwen na bedru ba bi na mpanyfo be frɛ omo ombeka se league no mundi bi e be frɛ omo ma because petition across since January obi anka bibia enso enchem no we no the two just say referees na bre so omo pre-finance Ghana Premier League no ma bre omo be just say adwuma.
Tired of pre-financing the league. You need to carry a bit much. In some cases, interview them to see a man for they used their own money about 4-5 months ago. At the Triaka, Akodi matches, Asamba Betanase. Over 20 matches were come at 20 weeks. Woman. Nesanka Ansicano, and you're not a finance league. Chelsea, Yannick Casca, reference me now, Ghana, Yanis Kaka with Makodi matches now. Matches on one of our. So we are pre-financing the league. I want the press to take note. That should be the headline. Referees say they are tired, they can no more pre-finance the league again. Yeniska.
Or say headline in here. Referee says they are tired of pre-financing the league. Into my way headline. Oh, children, baby. Referees are tired of pre-financing Ghana Premier League.
So Mankasa musika ya
yes, yes, omukwa hotel bills ni nyina no man edo musika tuetua.
Sa no panyo no anso no say sika nankasa edo mo nankasa kura ni.
Asa ebi wa bebo so miensa nine ni account bom be no kura na eketo abi. Because we got 1,000 Ghana cedis.
They say per their okay, the NHS they are planning of boycotting the league.
And they drew no now coach Kwaku Danso, head coach Adema Bechem United. What is it bebra tuja? Now osi Ghana your league now yes is here at top form now. Entimin solid BM no. Is here boys the generation apostle the waka generational disease, you know. Osi bet no omucha European leagues no mudio. Bombe Ghana League no mundi. Enuntu ka ho bi na league no mani nye ho no. Yentie coach Kakudi.
Boys he say o hwe man bet abai ene ade a. Obia piska eti eni no ko foreign league no more in local no. Because foreign ni de I say eni ko ho no twa bet na the open obetimanya. Eti ama eni no ko foreign competitions no more in Ghana had you. So the Ekano, Ghana had you sponsored in it, then a money, sir, ever motivated Namanako, but foreign idiot at least. Obenya ball, I say, we show more a spectator near the Nina Koso and Ultra Bet and as well. Or when it does what Obidi and I know my baby. If you are my interest, now could do foreign, we know, local league,
and some coach Kokudan so edit to just say bet no omucha brofu die ya no madi o metwa Ghana die ya na FBC ba say no kra kan bi na oni on ha no kra mehwe no akwa kwatwa no say no wie ne ebusan say sisi amanfo ka say ye pitches ne nso nya papa o ye pitches ne abobo no se dabi enya pitch now then time na stay cool Zetuna Mone Oko United mo ene ye bobo Okonongo Waterloo Park ni ade no na pitch net say enti pitch in the enye no kra
kuma pin stars or enye pitch the metima ka say pitch na teams in the bottom no set to be o kuma pin royals kuma pin stars or share o ball no o come and pon na ball na efutu na o ko RTU Canada Park na enye futu aso say na ye bo enna no kra na ye wo inspection team ho a o ko inspect pitches no e ma we no yes park ninge obi agitum a new standard I penny there but promotion or form and league I boy you need sponsor there or sponsor a league it's a hard time I was a GF and more money cost sponsorship may that be your corporate be or hanoma say you gitum say you near normal casa if you better have a sponsor the league I airborne.
Coach Kokudan so Bechem United head coach and this answer to Jan no kono kra na ebusan say coach your league no attractive and no say that league no dey attractiveness of the league no e form kra
local league na attractive team based on so wo park player ben na wo boni di e dey park unlike previously now to be bought obi to say Jode Bread you bo Samuko edin o bo cha still edin enu ni hobby akolani peja na ni manager akotono it is a normal the factors ni bibri and amasad ni
eno coach Kwakuda so na ember stories am ye nyina me build it to a story bi enti ebe wie no obeti ase na yensan so nko Alaji Gruza ono nso akasa kakra na Gruza ese ye matches ayebo no kromi ya nyina 90% e fix Alaji Gruza
leak we leak matches be fixed match
Yalaji Pardon me, catch you. Can I do evidence? Evidence. Now, evidence, you know, what for me say make one some.
It's our safe mask.
Minimum people see make one some.
What's a fixed match? Into my bitata. Don't say no. Eh, who kaka?
Dear Ben, who come court. Young video. Match singing na boy. Video for young court na your brand and set up someone. Listen, I say, wait a minute. What is court? Remember, the match, you know, is wait 6 months. No one and you.
Alaji Gruza ono ena Kim Faisa and so ene dia no de sansem no etu dwa na Alex Menu edim komogakra edikan o say Asante Kotoko supported o ma hwe ya say opim so say team no supporters ne dia enti omo ye stakeholders of the club but o ma hwe ya sade no ombe lusu na omo lusu nso a omo nya say ewo Asante Kotoko team nim biem because stadium na omo man kakranka krabia omu lusu omu stakeholdership of Asante Kotoko.
Yeah, two for the shareholders. See, I heard the slot as shareholders. You're talking about. I feel what I am like. Because I butcher teams that support you over players when you lead the business, the house supporting. And then I am not able to year. And they went the players were stringing passes together. I mean, we're all.
Eno chairman Alexander Menu and this 72 no we no eno see media for yes Emba Okahubi Apostle Kahubi Prince Kahubi Philip Kahubi me amen me Kahubi yeni an ESL league no yeni an ESL league because na nui o say Asante Kotoko bobo ahye brekum Chelsea na mobaya anka instead of some be ka ha wa game ne koye no mo betena ho no Brekum Chelsea MTN sticker omanfa mo omata den ma say main title sponsor no eno ho na mo be kan na che say mo be ja match ne kura enti about 80% nsem twofo mo na mo say league na wutie de guza kai na tie de kokuza da zo akikai na wie na nsem twofo de na chama hintie we
sometimes minimum 80% because they say radio is to inform, educate and entertain. Who inform you know with my information negative because the common for you sleep because more be running down the league na yebo na Kotoko there any yebo Kotoko din kra we see akoko ball about Africa ya win no about for crying can no we say Kotoko ko she atade a everything go any hwe asemu meanwhile we have to the title sponsor to Africa from time past couple when them more atade be show when them just be show well college come never church be draw bibia na wash and we go ma and we place number so my yard come on can it's always say yeah a better support of table to come up because they play for come here professional they can not question and they fight media they fight
you know Emba born ye boria nankamanya bre positive side no because the more na wo ton positive no the more na ebe konko for trima mo mani eje brand ne ho enti no yes me ba o de ma mi
me no wie na me remfi we hyehyɛ enam ɛwɔ so am runabout and once ne guso nka hye nam no de
dem say na no ye ko enti ye ko takwa bai enti enoma bebre akotokoko ye wo takwa ma hu
da bi den say positive no moka positive ni say ka But yeah, airtime near the catch and then training ground, training match across what say Miracle once and while. Training game. What I say? A year no Kotoko Champions League be out to say Anka Bikra Anka Nay, ye sports cry over Babaya.
Sure.
What in common I say? Platform we know, ye the two idea ye beto. Obia ye be a radio station, radio no be a but tying in us or Babaton and you. Nemo Madina or beton for BB count yento. What I say? It is up to you. So what the no yeni yentoma? Jawa deni yena me ne platforms are out on yens yam on a tongue. And yes, sir, and ye is a woodway, who was sika, jollof rice over tar. Sabi won't conquer tomatoes, papa, or the apro, or better the way. Who was scout better papa cotton. Until yam miss and yet in church and say, tomatoes are prone to tinch and metal tomatoes are pro.
Now, say GF4. Asemia Alexander Menu Kenya and a GFA for the Omotabo Nabo Brekum Chelsea for. Say a Niamon Sam Nomoyeno. MTN Omo a title sponsor of the MTN FA Cup. And tend to me must say ye the almost take as a bomb Samon Fambo with Jesse in him. Nakotoko the Omo Diabo. A whole Kotoko. Eddie Omo Diabo ya Brekum Chelsea or man for me the name.
Instead no ye count a Alex Menu say
GFA so Omo on
no Alex Menu say
until 26 Omo you Omo. Na Emba Arehosema to Ghana football. Division 1 Park Academy. Sapon Bernard Omumame yes. Abrante na hwe ne nkwa. Yes, Arehosempa Park Academy. Yes, Arehosempa. Intino when you be company for kobusom de enam so a ma Abrante bia yare bi na abone kakra na enam ne so antimi amba.
Ula edose. So ni awi.
Me no awi.
Edose.
Ti be hia wada koja achi.
Mate. We de me mpon wie ye pon wi. Ba ye den na de meba. Diamond Scientific Research and Alternative Medicine Hospital. Etwon Safro akacho se doneke eba make sure no we adwuma so. Yedura eno ene yedura sese boys di yedwuma. Mpenifo ni nyina de yedwuma. What you say? Eno ane so be free 0246 727 677 0246 727 677 andra kra na doctor na kasa no se asomuduro bi wo ha mpenifo na wo mfie koso kakra na wo free ya na ye de ya ka kire wo na wo de bi asom ewurade obesiri konkoma ni agyan no ebe bu adwuma say mesraw doneke eba mixture na kofa say duri e de aba e ma ho ye den e de ye adwuma adwuma biya cloud internet for to nsafro say adwuma biya wo ya wo hia internet de aye no aye cloud internet ye na wo so to nsafro ye na ebe installation ngina e de ma wo mesraw internet reliable one and affordable one ebe sanso aye faster aye cloud internet sir prince
Forest. Ayana and you may be on my hard drink. You see, me make reference. I can say time is make reference. I can wait air stories Orlando Digu or them. Forest. You see, the whole point of the matter, they say, I say in your country, and I say Ghana has you know, you pay local football, and most of the times, I'm out for when they say because you're bar, maybe I spending more time on the foreign one more than the local one. And I can look at no so swasama. I have most of the times I say the enyen on the account was in Bibri. Look, Mr. Said you're or you're part of listen, or you're part of those people or making sure say a football because referee for Nina so on the down man of Mr. Edanso, Bechem United coach, Bechem United the Morgan Premier League. And you're the coach. So meaning so on the leader for them. What they are not so to one man, Mr. Alexander Man was more kind. So I or highlight you on the negativity. Meanwhile, see they may person mention your partner say, yeah, the microphone buy. What are the positives are now working to sell to the people listening to you? Minister to the mention as here. Yeah, the microphone are bro powers. Say positives are and the negatives are. Why are you the person or person positive? Why are you talking about the negatives? I don't know, say, what the contest now me creating now. Mr. Sejawohui, say positives baby or honum. But why is he also talking about the negatives?
Alaji Gruz and so
Alaji Gruz and so he is a major part of your Ghana football. No, only open more top players from Ghana to outside. They say Woods and Yeska Umpa. Alaji is one.
Or say 95% of games are able to come here fixed matches.
Games. Listen to this, the people at the helm of affairs or more can be or more Monsasha Diana Sibino. As all kind of were best say or Monsano, they are the ones spreading the negativity. So maybe better not say ya. They may quote say no. Oh, and person can once them. But positivity never one no one can one who may them in can't me more between them panka. I don't know so what the contest na say. Men work a negative ne the actually me. So why do you expect me say me ma better na hano? Me make a positive ni me kwa fan or hefa. Ya better na say I can for in say Manchester United. O man to me Angelique. Yanka Amorim ball once him. Yanka United a kwama faso or mushi once him. We talked about it, but you know, yes, about Tottenham Hotspur basso so met me Angelique no. Rafinha Mone Luis Diaz Barcelona pen Yanka ni na once him. The positive in there Yanka once him. Say bibi nkoya yaka. Enya one dey be show videos emro for no mo kokon to kwana man for prepare enya me show ni nyina wa see. Is it on the negative ones? But then they can't want them. But the point here is say, Powers, your league na see a game na you no has seen. You turn negative no more than the positive, and yet turn na you turn no, and yes and 12 na keke na turn. Clubs na nkasa no, wakokotoko omo social media handles is here. Obebu sa say, sisi ano kwa ade be na wo ho no ma, eye positive about the club as obi ko social media no akohu a, e be say, "Hey, kotoko aye we dey any omo next match omo ba bebu." E say me ko obi. You get the whole point I'm making here. So for me, I think so more as more money here clear say Ghana Premier League na yempe and a ucha bet on no quite the more fama. Ghana Premier League prediction here for at the same outside here. Let's be realistic. Before game never banner obi enim square line eba omu twa kra say more for na dia on we sit here.
Also boys ni twa omu ndi enu nti no mo
ja na. Omu Ghana Premier League na say more for na kra dia.
But when kasa sepanta. So what can bets now? Omo eye betting coach. Omo ton odds now. Emma betting operators no. Odds are sold. Odds na eye ko say when you share a bed read a bed draw goals but corners but omo ton those odds no are sold. But then omo before beto ombe create odds no. There is a consultation from league in Angasano, why would I organizers of the league? You will be a analyst. I analyze the strength of the teams to those no more ton auto. And so more year quotes no Emma a betting companies. What's the American answer? Prince you can say games as is here for pa ni careful. Saturday it's now about four games.
Ghana Premier League.
Nina ba mwana. But then be some weekend the Europe was saying. Bisam say Europe and I say the rest of the world now was saying. Bet no be say it is all over. But when you see bets as a parameter with which worker say because of that no your leg no say me no nya dream the biada. Match fixing is everywhere. I would mean your chin yadwa. There is match fixing of course will be biya. But the rates at which a year no a reno gun ye game no so what's nature nasa would dream deeper born where yes so how you ball near so the knowledge with which ye analyze football two different things altogether knowledge na ye analyze football any na football and yape TME pa the knowledge ye analyze football any na ye ball and yape. Into no sir, what's naturally? That's a would dream deeper. You can know where the Ghana Premier League now is heading towards. It's up to you. Into no yama be too rare. Now the issue of as a patronage, and say youths na by Gen Z's patronize Ghana football and bibia one club league now same sponsor. Apart from that, clubs ni bebre enyo how many of the clubs who come websites are updated? Are up to speed? I can go to Liverpool and know what is happening at Liverpool's training grounds. But there are clubs in Ghana who come websites say the stories there are not updated. Instead they be pushing me say me mbedi wechi. I didn't be pushing me. We are not strong on social media. Ghana your clubs no and then no say scout Ghana to come and scout her and not necessarily someone for playing in Italy, Portugal, Nombra Ghana or through database. But then no now as I possibly say a question be say registered number of supporters no even a club like Krobia Santa Kodoko does Kodoko have a data with which or just say these are the registered number people are or we are supporters of Santa Kodoko na. But who call Liverpool Benya, who call Manchester, even Africa, there are clubs or Moyo into Benya. Young Ghana Apostolica or Moasemno, Bra, Omubada Bain, and they look at where they've reached. Just recently at the Cup Super League buyer, a club from Tanzania played. But Kodokwane Hatete, none of them was invited to play. And as when we see the criterion with which I say about the Cup Super League, Bra, bro.
The general.
When him say for my mood, there are people that I don't expect them to talk on certain issues because I'm more lacking the capacity in understanding. And I'll start doing that in the past. I used to do, Ubeka sema fa bibiwa unima benka. You see how the regional chairman was criticizing journalists out of context. But then on one kasa, if your club is playing at home and attendance is poor, it doesn't matter the explanation, it means you failed. It's your responsibility, primary one. In the past, Kotokoda has been a measure for regional chairman. So they are saying, listen, it's not about
mobilizing supporters.
It's not about any kasa. It's about working. It's about doing the work. You see, this issue about to some extent, some sections of the media, unya media, are perfect that just like any other institution. So if we are involved in sponsorship, we secure sponsorship in Yama, you understand how negativity is a major blow to attracting sponsorship. Or no, who here saw best stadium, no. I have had an encounter with top friends of mine in the Antigo. Look, you have no idea. The man just told me, the chief marketing operating officer, who corrupt league way. Omba Stadium doesn't like football. But what here or radio, or Telecom, or office, or where a top decision maker. And you see a lot of people, and I'm saying, no, Nipa de Biomo Casano. Omunti the dynamics, the consequence of Nyomo Kano. He's a broadcaster or a regional chairman, but that negativity, the FA can do their worst. Omo problem. But why take a decision away when a proposal goes, he goes to the chief marketing operating officer for such a company. On one for an adjoins are there near a pro, one amutu was a pro. I did a pro, me then the Mississippi. Look, the issue about sponsorship, how you get sponsorship, and your proposal, people get it, and your proposal. It is about consistently how I preserve product, you know, in the minds of people. Radio, you can say, penibiti, a big man, a decision maker. 80. So when we spill out the negativity, including one kind of negative, it goes against the product, a damaging product, no value in front of them. And you moligi tantanwe. And you have some section of journalists also calling the league all kinds of terrible names. So so when we are talking about omunya sponsor, ya no ayen fan cancer and panning penifoni nyinano. It goes a long way to damage and destroy the same product we want to be promoted. How? If I'm a marketing manager of a company or a consultant, and you people are saying the thing is damaged, including even the practitioners. Me if you got the background, so listen, let's make sure say you provide the positive information and vibes about our product. If for nothing at all, negativity or it's just like relationship or marriage. There are all kinds of terrible issues that go into marriage. Wouldn't even go for how a man might be a sustaining marriage sometimes because of children. Wouldn't even problem if fire cause. But you have to sustain it because do you understand me? Yes. So time into you subsequently I'll come and do a whole thing on Myanmar sponsors expecting that the FA and the clubs are not doing. After the clubs are quite a disaster. Clubs to attract sponsors a total disaster. Because they don't have the personnel who understand what must be done at every point, and they are not doing the right thing. And I said, who can offer us can go to the phone?
Oh, sure.
To sponsor be and find the cigar, but to idea in your papa.
Afi edru so say Ghana for so beba so. Na ye ne yetie for so etumi edin komo. But don't forget say who pekoko edru ebetumi tukuku na se a Obapa Grace 3A co capsules no. 3A co capsules eno any cocoa in our master. Mr. say cocoa edru ni nyina wo mu panyini ni cocoa edru watu mu din nyina wo mu master ni cocoa hu na utwa ne prusei. Cocoa master, co-master 3A co capsules eno ni edru a wo dwama so. Waste space no cocoa se free ni pedue nani se wo mogem se wo wani to da wo kwan minimum ani ade masa cocoa yare fon to assess with 3A co capsules no 0546 107 107 0546 107 107. First caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Ember.
Yes, sir, boss. We didn't be free.
I want to Solomon.
Abi Solomon.
One family. And I'm from Pong. As I say, watch among the Jano. Ember, my more on the phone in Abaso. Now, Asema, Asante Nya Chairman. Kumaje Sante Kotowewa Azanda Menu Okaino. So we mene na ya adwene. What I say because positive side more draw things na attention not things omashe no much issue and a negative side so and say mo na mo kan nyina enti mene na ya adwene pa and yemo era claim this so abaso o she be pressure what they call to players in my pressure lo damwa e free injury bana yebo coach na baso yebo mpire so team na chi say dem ma Sunday yeko be bieni akoko 30 minutes chi say the era kizuba commercial mayo ahan ba de wa ma kotokoto project ye de ko be bieni akota kotokoto team na chi ya 3 points no edaba eno yebo to tem boss so abaso so ntinade we pack up no medase
Meso medase next caller. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Emma Paula.
Yes, sir.
Ana ni kuchukua
Ana ni yenkwe.
Na ni peso Sompa FM no mabaso. Na Emma endra na membo to na baso. Machizanta me friend ni ka se funfu mi ni bi sia ne mo e tia to tia be ka no. Nda ma membo to tia tim na baso especially ngo keeper Zikaru. Ndra we save na we na no ti papa.
Hello, Anani. Okay. Anani line I drop 0551 931 0551 931 0548 931 Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, the punishment and
Takra de Nkwe.
Yeah, the thing about talking about the mental illness.
Okay. That's it. Next caller, good morning.
Yeah, Emma.
Yes, sir.
Basamela na katia na kuchukua na mekano. Nyumba to tinji na baso. Otungambo boyo papa. Na Emma Sunday. Bo estapa to beli fone to the day one day ya banko jagro. Ye fa head ya papa da best mechi. That's how the compare so much Emma. Sunday ye to ni ka dia ka Emma do the ye papa. Ye fa na mfi ni ka dia tiwa ka de compare ke aka ye na sema ya league Emma ko ye de league ye ko ni kwa baso.
Medase. Ana no. Next caller. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Boss Mpacho, lower TV set tonight.
Emba, any DNA ho blast there fan, be any big God.
Hey, big God.
Yes, sir.
We got a meeting catch it.
Yes, I'm catching. Line of fire, study we have the
Big God, young way.
Yeah, money cow. Emba, and not the 9 years old, and you need to have the Yes, I'm catching. Na ye best right. Yan kama kwente kwa support tume ye ye best league ne bi. Ye kika ko ya kirete nations ake league bi. Ye di MTN FA Cup na ye mo moten ti be ya we ne ye match taka. Ye ti no ma pa Africa na bo. Na ye best player in tennis. Omun top players papa mai na kotoko players ye kan class o mo. Justify no mo ye no. Ubo kotokwa ye justify na o ye no sa o de ye support akuma be bia go ye nu bi ye kotokwa ye ntimi ni dimpo na pesenka ye bia ye bia ni emba kotoko player ye nka 20 players munye mu mo club ye ni kotoko na mu di bia go no emba na menfa wonti ye ma wa kwa ba
Big God Mr. Medasepa yam fire next caller. Hello, good morning. Next caller, good morning. Next caller, good morning. Hello. Okay. 0548931931 0548931931. Sompa Sports News size greetings to Sir Prince and Philippe and Filippo by champion Bonanza Sefi Draboso and I will be free by. Next caller, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Mpacho we need to be free.
Hello.
Boss Pacho meet you. We didn't be free.
Good morning.
Good morning, Pacho. We didn't.
Me Pacho sorry for me ni nani.
Yankwe.
Me Pacho Ghana Premier League ni je.
you for now Ghana Premier League. The Premier League na yes again too. Yes, the league, na league the young people league. Na me no kwani. O ma so league, the Ghana league. O se pay up then e na wo se no. Muni pay bia wo se no. O se you get still and no. O le still and no go take amankwa ku ona o mu na se players they are being a little bit more up with the player we gonna Premier League or your best player. Can only be
next caller. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Anything positive about it. So, what me, if I was second division, third division, what loss? It is all the way about a boy here, Liga. One hour, expected to come to come. And to Sana, almost to show me.
I say, ma'am, feedback. Young fan next caller. Hello, good morning. Last caller, we didn't maybe are free.
Hello.
Yes, I'm Pacho. We didn't
decide. Hamza.
Hey, Hamza, young boy.
Now, the American say, Mamisha.
Hamza. Oh, Hamza line I drop. Young birthday so. But some salvation from Sefia Brabra. Some passports you do all. A whole now so the free by a lot of messages by into incarning na young birthday so. Obapa Grace mama yenua ba Asantewa mama Asantewa picture no was Sompa TV so anyway me pa Asantewa police officer no the picture no na and there na woda happy birthday enkoma yenua ba Asantewa new edubiase ehona udu djuma we efri oheneba eben kotoko communications member ono say yemfa platform we so na yema happy birthday yehwe say beba enu ntumi mba ye ne yehwe so wo Rosemary Sewa Akutu so ono ne de no ho Rosemary Sewa Akutu ene yenua ba Rosemary enso awoda happy birthday enkoma Rosemary Sewa Akutu we a teacher ewo Abisku MA basic school ewo Dunkwao on offen from her husband John of CBG Dunkwao branch and on there through our brace say yemfa kwanya we so the young show awadapa nti mu amudi mu birthday ni na I understand say you about Linda MCR also ene ye birthday happy birthday enkoma wana amudi on birthday singing na ewrade nyankopon onko so no nhiramo ne mpai bono no omade amuye bia no enkoye emfamamo. On behalf of the entire sports team, we say thank you for being part of this show. From Anopa, Omahine Yuedubuachi, Epejanimu, Edibisine. Yes, sorry, so not just say Sompa Nkomo and so Ebabe Twaso. Timini de Masibibri, the Awashu Humbiano, Eradina Copon, and Shawa Nemu. From Apostle Jeffrey Asari to Sir Prince to Filippo Orlando and then Mr. Wack. Your friend Ember Power. A million times, Enko Emma MCR Timino, Obapa Greece. And we teaming na yadamase some kutem from MCR etna esya da foforo yebesan so edi ehia makraw bye bye.